In places like Lyman and Torrey, Utah, life tends to move at a slower pace. People know their neighbors. Doors aren't always locked. And a day outdoors, at home or on a trail, is something you don't think twice about. But on March 4th, 2026, that sense of normalcy was broken in a way this community had never experienced. By the end of that day, 3 women were dead across 2 separate locations. And what investigators would later piece together wasn't a connected story between people, but a timeline shaped by opportunity movement, and a series of decisions that escalated quickly. At the center of the case is 22-year-old Ivan Miller, now charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder. In the days leading up to the killings, Miller had been traveling through Utah. His truck had been disabled after hitting an elk on a remote highway, leaving him without transportation. He was towed into a nearby town, stayed briefly at a motel, and according to those who interacted with him, nothing stood out as alarming. But what happened next is what prosecutors say changed everything. They allege Miller made his way to the home of 86-year-old Margaret Oldroyd in Lyman. According to charging documents, he spent time on her property before entering the home and waiting. Margaret was a longtime member of the community, known for her kindness, her faith, and the quiet way she showed up for others. Investigators say that once she sat down to watch television, she was shot from behind. Her vehicle was then taken. From there, the timeline continues. Later that same day, at a trailhead near Capitol Reef National Park, 65-year-old Linda Dewey and her niece, 34-year-old Natalie Graves, were beginning what should have been a simple outing together. Time outdoors, a familiar place, something routine. According to prosecutors, they were approached and killed near that trailhead. Their vehicle, a white Subaru, was then taken. Their bodies were later found by their husbands after they didn't return home. Within hours, what began as isolated concern turned into a multi-agency investigation spanning multiple states. Using vehicle tracking, license plate readers, and coordinated alerts, authorities followed the movement of the stolen vehicle from Utah through Arizona and into Colorado. By the early morning of March 5th, Miller was located and arrested in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. According to court documents, he later told investigators that he needed money and a vehicle to return to Iowa. He is also reported to have said it had to be done and that he did not like doing it. Those statements may reflect what prosecutors believe his motive was, but they don't bring clarity to the impact left behind. Because beyond the timeline, this case is about 3 women who were living ordinary lives. Margaret Oldroyd, remembered by those around her as steady, kind, and deeply rooted in her community. Linda Dewey, described by her family as the heart of theirs. And Natalie Graves, remembered as someone who brought light, warmth, and connection to the people around her. 3 lives taken in places where they should have been safe, at home, and in nature. As this case moves forward through the court system, prosecutors have said they intend to seek the death penalty if a conviction is secured. The legal process will focus on charges, evidence, and accountability. But for the people left behind, the focus is different. It's the absence at family gatherings, the silence in familiar places, the shift in a community that now carries something it didn't before. This is still an active case, and like many cases, it raises questions that may not have simple answers. But what remains clear is this: 3 women are gone, and their stories deserve to be remembered with the same weight as the facts. This is Case and Cues with Carrie.